Hi students, this is Mr. Ivan. Okay, so this topic is about algebraic fractions, and algebraic fractions can come in many kinds. And Sec 2 is the point whereby you have to be very good and versatile with your algebra, be it in fractions or identities or factorization. Okay, then you're not suffer when you are in Sec 3 or Sec 4. Okay, so first thing is you can cancel the like terms of numerator and denominator, but this cancelling thing, many students have misconception about this cancelling thing. Now you can only cancel when they are a multiple of each other or multiple of a group. So for example, things like this, first you have this square, so let's open the square. You have 8p square r square. The square give to p, the square give to r, over 40p square q cube r. Okay, next, number and number can cancel, same family and same family can cancel. 8 and 40 we can cancel 1 over 5. Next, algebra on top and denominator we can kind of like cancel it away. So you have p square and p square, so everything goes away. Okay, next, there's no q on the numerator, so denominator we just leave it. Now for r, you have square here, and then anything that doesn't have a number here, there's an invisible power 1. Okay, so we take away one of them, 2, take away one of them, left with 1. Okay, but the 1 we actually don't write. Alright, so what is left with the numerator? Just r, okay, over 5q. Okay, so this is how we cancel the terms for numerator and denominator. So when it comes to this, 9 and 3, we cancel. This is 3 and then this was 1. 1 we don't need to write it down there anymore. Okay. Next thing is x to the power of 5, x to the power of 6. So 6 is bigger than 5. So 5 to everything take away. 6 you take away 5, you're left with 1. Now this is the important part. This guy is one group. This guy is the same group. Okay. So power 5, power 2. Take away all the power 2. Okay. 5 take away 2, left with 3. Okay, so my numerator is 3 bracket 2x plus y to the power of 3, because this 2x plus y is the same group, over x. Very big misconception is students say that, okay, so let's say I have something like that, 2x plus y over x. Oh, this x and this x can cancel. No, never ever do that, because 2x plus y is one group by itself. Okay, so you cannot cancel, take away part of the group, which is the x, unless you have something like that, x squared, yeah, then this x and this x can cancel, because this is a multiple. Okay, 2x plus y is one whole group. This way you can cancel with this x. Okay, but you cannot cancel this x and this x, no way. Okay, no way. Next, before we want to cancel, we have to check whether our numerator and denominator can factorize or not. Okay, so 6.2 talks about always look at your numerator and denominator separately. Can factorize or not? Numerator, yes, I took out m. I'm left with 3m plus n. Denominator, I take out a 4n. I'm left with 3m plus n as well. Look here, 3m plus n, 3m plus n. They are one whole group together one. So this one and this one, they can cancel. You get left with m over 4n. Just like that. Okay. Next one. 8x squared minus 4xy. Take out 4x. Left with 2x minus y. Denominator, 4x squared minus y squared. At this point in time, when you come to here, you should be very sensitive that this is a algebraic rule number 3. 2x plus y, or vice versa. That means this guy is equals to 2x squared minus y squared. So that's why it's equals to 2x plus y, 2x minus y. Okay? Then, see, always check whether your numerator can factorize or not. Factorize already. Okay? 2x minus y, 2x minus y can cancel. So I'm left with 4x over 2x minus y. Okay? So question. 4x over 2x minus y. This x and this x can cancel or not? Cannot. Okay? Because 2x minus y is one whole group. You cannot cancel part of the group. I repeat again. You cannot cancel part of the group unless the x is on the outside of the group. Okay? So always remember, factorize first. If factorize, you can cancel, then you cancel. If cannot cancel, don't anyhow cancel. Okay, next, this is what you learn in primary school, KFC, when you have 2 or 3 fractions with a divide sign. Okay, keep, flip, and cancel. Okay, the left one we always keep. Now we see this divide guy, it means that we flip. 12 a to the power of 4 b to the power of 4 over 5c to the power of 3 d to the power of 3 times 3ad over 4b squared, 4 power 4, sorry. So we flip, then times 10c cubed d over 9a. Alright, then we can only cancel diagonal. Either you can cancel diagonal or top and bottom. Okay, what do I mean by that? First, you see 12, I cancel with 4. Diagonal can cancel. Okay, here left with. Okay, top and bottom. Let me see if there's any example of top and bottom they can cancel. There's no example of top and bottom you can cancel. Maybe later. Okay, so next, you have to be sharp. 3 times 3 is 9, and this one can cancel because 3 times 3, 9, 9, this one can cancel. Okay, then next, 10, we can cancel with 5, there's a 2 here. Okay, so if you feel it's confusing, you can combine everything together first. Like for example, now when you combine numerator, combine everything together because it's times, it's numerator times to numerator. Okay, numerator, any more numbers? There's no number, it's just a 2. Okay, next, I have a to the power of 4 times a. That will give me a to the power of 5. Okay, next, b to the power of 4. Any more b on top? No more. So b to the power of 4 on top. Next, c cubed, which is here. Okay, and then d, there's 1 here and there's 1 here. So this is called d squared. Over. Okay, so the denominator, any more numbers? Also no more numbers. Alright, any a? So we got 1a, which is here. So we take the a. Then b to the power of 4, c cubed, and then d cubed. Okay, now this is not the simplified form. So now, that's what I meant. Either you can cancel diagonal or we cancel top and bottom. Take away a, power 5, left with 4. b power 4, cancel. c power 3, cancel. d power 2, take away everything. d cubed, take away 2 of them, left with 1 of them. Final answer, it will be 2a to the power of 4 over d. Just follow the numerator and the denominator and you will be fine. Okay, so this is still a simplified one. Now, remember when you see a fraction like that, always look at the numerator. When you can see 2 terms in your numerator or denominator, see whether you can factorize it or not. X squared plus 2xy. Okay, so for the previous question, if you need to pause or go back to in front again, okay, just feel free to rewind and make sure you can get it correct. Make sure you know the rationale and okay, how to do it. X squared plus 2xy, we take our x, we left with x plus 2y. Denominator, x plus y. Divide, we flip this to become x minus y over x squared plus xy minus 2y squared. Okay, so 2 terms, we do a normal factorization. 3 terms, what do? You need to do a quadratic factorization. Okay, x times x, x squared. 2y times y, 2y squared. xy, 2xy. Your job is to get positive xy in the middle. So this must be plus, this has to be plus, this has to be minus. So xy. Okay, and there you go. So remember, 2 terms, normal factorization. 3 terms, cross factorization by doing this. 4 terms, usually factorization by grouping. Okay, factorization by grouping if you see 4 terms. So this will be x bracket x plus 2y over x plus y times x minus y over denominator will be x plus 2y x minus y. Okay, so next, x plus 2y, x plus 2y. This one, whole group. Can cancel? Yes, you can. Cancel, cancel. X minus y, there's no bracket there, but it's a whole group like that. Cancel with who? This and this. Alright, so your answer would be x over x plus y. Okay, next, treating the long over as a divide. When you see a fraction over another fraction, this is a fraction, this is a fraction, then there's a long over here. The long over is called a divide sign. So what you need to do is to, sorry again, okay, this is 1 minus 1 over x. Divide by, because when you do over, it's called divide. 1 minus 1 over x squared. Then form a common denominator. This is x over x minus 1 over x, because 1 is x over x. Divide by x squared over x squared minus 1 over x squared. Okay, so this would mean it will become x minus 1 over x divided by x squared minus 1 over x squared. You combine the denominator. Now you flip. X minus 1 over x multiplied by x squared over x squared minus 1. Okay? At this point of time, you should be very sensitive. X squared minus 1 is multiplied by x squared, x plus 1, x minus 1. Algebraic rule number 3. Okay? And this is where this guy and this guy cancel. 1x and 1x cancel. Final answer is x over x plus 1. Making the common denominator is very, very important. Okay? In your exam, 20% of the paper will be algebra. And in algebra, this is the place where students lose a lot of marks. Okay, so before you do this common denominator, let me ask you, if you have, I always give this example, when you're 1 over 3 plus 1 over 4, you all know what to do, because you know, oh, this one must times 4, this one must times 4, this one must times 3, this one must times 3, so that the denominator are same as 4 over 12 plus 3 over 12, then you can add to become 7 over 12. In algebra, it's the same thing. We are just supposed to make the same denominator, then we can add together. Okay, so for him, the denominator are totally different. You got this guy and you got this guy. There's totally no relationship between the denominator. Okay, so what you need to do, this guy must multiply by x minus 5. Bracket it up. This guy must multiply by x minus 5. This guy must multiply by 3x plus 2. Same thing. This guy must multiply by 3x plus 2. Okay, then we will have that. Okay, so the equal are right here. Numerator, the first one will be x minus 5 plus the 3 multiplied to the 4, 12 bracket x plus 2 over, okay, but now you can, the denominator, you can just write one denominator and never ever expand the denominator. Never ever expand the denominator. Never expand denominator. Okay, why? Later, there are some terms where you can cancel out. Okay, then it's easier to see from there. Okay, so my numerator would be x plus 12x, that would be 13x, minus 5 plus 24, that would be plus 19. Okay, over my denominator, never expand them. Just leave it where they are. Numerator can factorize? Cannot factorize. So just leave it. That would be the final answer. Okay, and this is because the denominator has no relationship to each other at all. But if you go to this denominator, again, whenever you see an algebraic term that has two terms or more, right, see whether they can factorize or not. Can factorize? You can. 5x over 2x minus y minus 3y over, take out 5, y minus 2x. Now, they are related. 2x minus y and y minus 2x, they are related. See sec 1 from this factorization by grouping. Okay, we know we can change the y minus 2x to y minus 2x. If I want to change it to 2x minus y, yeah, what must be in front? There must be a negative sign, right? Okay, then they are mathematically equal. We always change the behind fraction. So this is 5x over 2x minus y. If I want to change this denominator to 2x minus y, this sign here will become plus. Because there's a minus that is on the outside here, it will affect this minus, that's why it will become plus. 3y. Okay, this step is super important. This step is super important. Okay, and then once you get that, now the common denominator is what? Because both of them have 2x minus y, 2x minus y, you only need to multiply by 5 to this guy and to this guy. So I have 25x plus 3y over 5. Remember, the denominator don't need to expand. Okay? And remember, this x and this x, you cannot cancel. You cannot cancel because this is part of the group. So whenever you see 2 terms or 3 terms, see whether you can factorize or not. 2 terms, normal factorization. 3 term, cross factorization. 4 term, most of the time is factorization by grouping. Very common question also. X squared minus 4. Algebraic rule number 3. So this guy will become equals to 4 over x plus 2, x minus 2. Okay? And then, we know that we need him to be x minus 2. I want to change him to x minus 2. So this sign will become minus 1 over x minus 2. If you have problems combining, just bracket this up. Then you know that you need to multiply by this guy to the right side. Multiply by x plus 2. Multiply by x plus 2. Be careful, this one is a minus. So it's 4 minus, open bracket, must have this bracket. When you combine x plus 2 over x plus 2, x minus 2. Okay, please do not cancel this and this. No, no way, that's totally not correct. Okay, so I will rewrite the whole thing again. There's no way you can cancel, so don't anyhow cancel. If you're not sure, don't anyhow cancel first. Make sure that they are multiple of each other first, then you can cancel. Okay, so I open up, this will be 4 minus x minus 2 over x plus 2, x minus 2. Numerator will become 2 minus x over x plus 2, x minus 2. Okay, next. 2 minus x can change to x minus 2 or not? Yes, you can. Put a negative sign on the outside. Over x plus 2, x minus 2. Okay? Because this skill very important. 2 minus x can change to x minus 2. Yes, you need to put a negative sign on the outside. Alright? Then this guy and this guy cancel. The answer is negative 1 over x plus 2. Okay, negative, if you write it with the negative here, can. If you write it on the outside here, also can. Okay, so all these fraction techniques, very important. Make sure you go and practice them. Okay, numerator, anything to factorize, nothing to factorize. Denominator, okay, xy and then x and x squared. So both numerator has nothing to factorize, so we don't factorize anything. Next thing is, what should the common denominator be? X got one component. This is x squared. So he only need to multiply by y. He only need to multiply by x. So numerator must also do that. Numerator must also do that. So this is x bracket 3 minus y over x squared y plus y bracket x plus 2 over x squared y as well. Then now you can combine. Okay, 3x minus xy plus xy plus 2y over x squared y equal 3x plus 2y over x squared y, and that's it. Okay, next, when you come to solving equations with algebraic fraction, the important rule is always make to two fractions first. Then you can cross multiply. Okay? Any relation between x and x minus 1 for the denominator, no relationship. So 3 must times x minus 1 plus 2 must times x. Then you can form the common denominator. Okay, times x. So in time to come, you don't need to write all this actually if you practice enough and understand what to multiply. Equals to 2. 2 is like 2 over 1. I know a lot of you like to write 2 over 1 and cross multiply. There's no meaning because 1 when multiplied to the right side is still the same thing. So this one is this guy is a denominator. When you cross multiply, he will go up to him. So this will be 3x minus 3 plus 2. Open the numerator of this guy. Come to here. Okay. Equals to 2x bracket x minus 1. So you will have 5x minus 3, okay, equals to 2x squared minus 2x. Bring everything to the right side. 2x squared minus 7x minus 3, okay, sorry, plus 3 equals to 0. Do your cross factorization, or you can use your calculator, mod 33. Okay, then you will have 2x, okay, 3x minus 1, alright, equals to 0, x equals to half, or x equals to 3. Okay, so again, you see, that's why we did the question just now, the things just now. Just now is called making to a single fraction. Okay, usually the question will tell you, make this to a single fraction. All these, your answers, you realize all of them are single fraction. Okay, this type is to solve the equation, but in order to solve the equation, you must make one side the single fraction first. Okay, you must make one side the single fraction first. Alright, next, any relationship between the denominator? Yes, there is. 6 over 3x minus 2 plus 8 bracket, okay, 2 bracket 3x minus 2 equals to 5 over 8. Now, don't be so excited. Oh, now immediately I can times 2 here. Yes, you can. But you realize that this 8 and this 2, you can actually cancel them. Okay, you can actually cancel them. And you make them a lot simpler. 6 plus 4, 10 over 3x minus 2 is equals to 5 over 8. Then over here, this you cross multiply. 8 times 10 is equals to 5 bracket 3x minus 2. And then you get the answer very quickly. 15x, okay, minus 10, 15x equals to 90, x is equals to 90 divided by 15, which is equals to 6. Always look for a relationship between the denominator, and actually most of the time, right, most of the time the denominator has a relationship. So you look at C, 8 plus x over x squared minus 4 is x plus 2, x minus 2. Okay, so you realize this guy got a denominator x plus 2. Here, bring the whole thing over. So this is minus 1 x plus 2. Okay, when you bring this whole thing over, here is plus, you bring it over, it will become minus. Equals to 2. Same thing, make common denominator, x plus 2, x minus 2, minus, this is x plus 2 must times, okay, this one must times x minus 2 times x minus 2, yeah? So remember to bracket up your x minus 2 for the numerator. Okay? X minus 2 equals to 2. Combine the numerator, 8 plus x minus x plus 2 over x plus 2, x minus 2 equals to 2. This guy multiply to him. 10 is equals to 2. X plus 2, x minus 2 is x squared minus 4. Okay, so x squared minus 4 equals to 5. You divide the 2 to him. Okay, and x squared minus 9 equals to 0. You bring the 5 to the left side. Then you will have x plus 3. X minus 3 equals to 0. X equals to 3, or x equals to negative 3. Okay, so algebraic fraction very flexible. You can move to the left, you can move to the right. Okay, as long as you know how to combine them to make a common denominator. In this next part, they're solving word problems with algebraic fractions, and I will go through the few common one that always comes out. Okay. First, to find the rate of one item. Rate means how much is it for per item. Okay, so the one item cost is the total cost divided by the total number of things that you buy. Linda bought X wooden ruler for $36. Okay, find the cost of each ruler. They will always lead you with this. So number A, cost of one ruler is equals to 36 over X. Next, a plastic ruler costs 15 cents cheaper than the wooden ruler. Write down an expression for a plastic ruler. Okay, so in this case, this is wooden. B, cost of one plastic ruler is equals to 36 over X minus 0.15 because they say that it is cheaper. Okay, so for part C, part C is the crucial part that you need to form the equation. If Linda used the same amount of money to buy plastic ruler instead, she will be able to buy 20 more plastic ruler. Form an equation in X and hence shows that it reduces to this. Okay, so in $36, okay, can buy X rulers. Alright, she will be able to buy 20 more plastic ruler. Okay, so at this point of time, he is only able to buy X ruler. How many ruler can she buy with $36? X plus 20. Okay, and how much does each plastic ruler cost? Okay, so this is the amount of plastic ruler that she can buy. How much does each plastic ruler cost? 36 over X minus 0.515. Okay, so this is the cost of one ruler. Alright, and altogether she will spend how much? $36. And this is how we form the equation. Okay, so amount of ruler multiplied by the cost of one ruler is equals to the total amount spent. Okay, so now let's do distributive. X times 36 over X. For the sake of simplicity, I will just write this down first. Okay, plus 20 times 36 over X. Okay, which is this times this. Next, minus 0.15x, okay, because this is this times this, and then this times this, minus 0.15 times 20, okay, equals to 36. X times 0.36 over X, cancel, you will just get 36, okay, plus 20 times 36 over X, this is numerator times numerator, okay, numerator times numerator, 36 times 2, 720 over X, minus 0.15x minus 3. Okay, 0.15 times 2 is 0.3 times 10. Okay, that would 36. Bring everything to one side, you will left with 720 over X minus 0.15x minus 3 equals to 0. I want to remove this X as a denominator, so I need to multiply by X to everybody. 720 minus 0.15x squared minus 3x equals to 0. Put it nicely all to the right side, which is, because you see my x squared is negative 0.15 x squared, I want it to be positive. So 0.15 x squared plus 3x minus 720 equals to 0. Next, the equation says I must form to become him. Okay, what do? I divide everybody by 0.15 so that this 0.15 disappears. Then I will get x squared plus 20x minus 4800 equals to 0. And that is the how I show. Okay, next D, let's just use this to do the cross factorization, or you can just use your mode 3 to do it. yeah, x squared plus 20x minus 4800 equals to 0. Okay, then you use your calculator. X minus what? X plus what? That would be maybe, okay, just take out your calculator and do it. Okay, so you have x minus 60 and x plus 80 equals 0, x equals to 60, or x equals to negative 80. The one that is negative 80 got to reject because x is the number of wooden ruler. Okay, so you have found that x is equal to 60. So what is the cost of wooden ruler? And that will be equals to 36 over 60, which is equal to how much? And the cost of one plastic ruler, that will be equals to this amount plus 0.15. Okay, 36 divided by 60 will give you 0.60, 60 cents, and this will be 0.6, okay, and that would be, oh sorry, it's less. Okay, the plastic ruler costs less. Minus 0.15. And that would be 45 cents. Okay, so this type of question, you know, the important part is at C, where you need to use the information they gave you to form the equation. Practice more. And the type of question they usually give is mostly this or the next few type of examples that I am going to go through. So the next example that I go through is a typical quadratic equation word problem that will come out. About 75% of the time, 3 in 4 exam schools paper that I see, they test on this. Okay? Mark took part and Dennis took part in the race that is 59 km. Okay? Dennis cycled at a speed of x km per hour. So like I said, the first part they will give you, find the number of hours that he complete. So time for who? Dennis is equals to distance divided by speed. Okay, and this is in hour. B. Mark cycle at 3 km per hour faster than, sorry, Mark, this should be Dennis. Cycle at 3 km per hour faster than Dennis. Write down the amount of hours, same thing. So the time for Mark is equals to 59 over x plus 3. Just like that. Okay? For the sake of pointing out something, instead of writing 1.5 hours here, I'll write here 90 minutes. Okay? For the sake of pointing out something to you all. Alright? Let me ask you, if your speed is faster, do you take a longer time? Okay? So no, so the important thing is the slower guy is equals to the longer time. Okay? And always use longer time minus shorter time equals to the difference in time. Mark completed the race 90 minutes earlier than Dennis. And because I purposely changed it to 90 minutes, because I want to tell you that most of the time they will test it this way. The speed they will give you in kilometer per hour. The distance they will give you in kilometer. But when it comes to the difference in time, they give you in minute. And this is the part that students make a lot of mistakes in. Okay? So who take a longer time? Dennis take a longer time, which is 59 over x. Minus 59 over x plus 3. This is the longer time minus shorter time equals to the difference in timing. What is the difference in timing? Is 90 minutes. But when you put 90, you have to put 90 over 60 because 90 is in minute. Okay, unless they gave you, like originally they gave you 1.5 hours, then you should write 1.5 on the right side. Okay? And based on what you learned before, the left side, go and make it to a common denominator. Okay, so 59 must times x plus 3 minus 59 must times x. The common denominator is x bracket x plus 3. 90 over 60 will give you 3 over 2. Why you need to simplify? So that later you can cross multiply easily. Okay, numerator left with 59 times 3. So 59x plus 177 minus 59x equals to, okay, over x bracket x plus 3 is equals to 3 over 2. And this is where you cross multiply. 177 multiplied by 2 is equals to 3x bracket x plus 3. Okay, then I will have 354 is equals to 3x squared, okay, plus 3x, 9x, sorry. So 3x squared plus 9x minus 354 equals to 0. Everybody divide by 3 minus, okay, 118 equals to 0. Okay, x squared plus 3x minus 118. Okay, wait, I think there's something wrong with the question, so this should be minus 118. And unfortunately, this equation cannot be factorized nicely into brackets. If you have learned quadratic formula, then we will use the quadratic formula and solve for this. This guy cannot be expressed as a bracket. Something wrong with the question, so this is what you should get. But the important thing about this is, usually in this kind where the speed is faster than the other, okay, always take the longer time minus the shorter time equals to the difference. And when you have the difference in time, make sure it's in the same unit, okay, as your speed.